Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. In this video, I would like to tell you a little bit about sesame oil, particularly about its history, which is fascinating to me. Sesame oil is very common in Asian cooking, particularly in Japanese cooking. This bottle of sesame oil is very familiar to me. And the brand Kadaya is probably one of the most famous brand of sesame oil. Sesame oil is a flavoring oil. It's not suitable for stir frying, primarily because of its low smoking point. And as indicated in this bottle, the smoking point of sesame oil is only about 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And this temperature is usually below a stir-frying temperature, making it unsuitable for stir-frying. And sesame oil is frequently known as a flavoring oil. Sesame oil is extracted from sesame seed, and there are two main types of sesame seeds, a white kind and a black kind. All sesame oil is extracted from the white sesame seed, which give it this brown color. And the reason that the sesame oil is brown is because before extraction, the sesame seed is first roasted. It is the roasting of the sesame seed before its extraction that gives sesame oil its distinct color. And more importantly, is the flavor of sesame oil. And there are many different kinds of sesame oil. They differ in appearance as well as in flavor. And the primary difference depends on how they roast the sesame seed. Some sesame oil has a light flavor, whereas other sesame oil has a much darker and robust flavor. And when I tried different brands of sesame oil, I was surprised how different they are from each other. And their appearance will also tell you what their flavor might be. Unroasted sesame oil gives it a very light color. And you can tell the difference between them and the roasted sesame oil. Depending on the method of extraction, you can actually extract pure sesame oil without roasting. In this case, the oil will give the same color as most other cooking oil. This form of cooking oil has very little flavor and it has a high smoking point that could be used for stir frying. Sesame oil is a seed oil and it comes from a flowering plant. It has a long history and dated back for thousands of years. It has been suggested to be the earliest seed plant that used for extracting oil. Most of sesame plants has a white flower, but some of it has a purple flower. After the plant mature, the flower turns into a seed pod. The sesame plant is originated in the Indian subcontinent. During the ancient time, the plant was brought to Africa. In ancient Egypt, the sesame plant is the main source of cooking oil. The opening of the sesame pod is a source of legend, because the seed pod will open suddenly under certain type of conditions. It makes a popping sound and it spills the seeds out of the pod. It is believed the term open sesame are coming from this phenomenon. A phrase that is made famous by the ancient story Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. The sesame plant is a very hardy plant. It can grow in many places that most other plants will not be able to grow. So it serves as a main source of cooking oil in parts of the world that other plants are not able to thrive. As other plants that are more productive than the sesame plant to use for making cooking oil, it has been supplanted. So for many years, sesame oil is not used very much at all. And it is only in some parts of the world where sesame oil still used as a cooking oil. And this is all changed when the Japanese company start to roast sesame first before extracting the oil. And this gives a new life to sesame oil. And by roasting the sesame first, it gives the oil great flavor. This is the beginning in using sesame oil as a flavoring oil. However, the roasted sesame oil is not suitable for use as a cooking oil, therefore limited in its distribution. And the sesame seed that are produced around the world is mainly used for as a condiment. And here's a map of sesame cultivations around the world. It is mainly in Asia and Africa. In addition to use as an oil, sesame seed often used as a condiment for seasoning different type of food ingredients. A distinct flavor of sesame oil is found in many different Asian cuisines. Its signature flavor is recognizable by adding a very small amount. It is actually more powerful than the sesame seed by themselves. In many cultures, the sesame seed play a very important role in cookies, as well as different types of pastries. A sesame seed is also common used as a condiment. Here is a combination of use between a black and a white sesame seed. But it is always surprising to find that how powerful the flavor of sesame oil. It can change the characteristic of a dish to give its distinct signature. This is particularly true in Japanese cuisines. For example, the famous Japanese miso soup would not be the same without sesame oil. Similarly, for me, a ramen noodle soup would not be the same without an addition of a touch of sesame oil. For some people, like my cousin Marge, she loved sesame oil. For her, a dish would not be the same without sesame oil. For me, I only like to use sesame oil in certain types of dishes, such as a tofu dish. So if you have not been using sesame oil in your cooking, I would like to recommend you to give it a try. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. With my fast cooking system, you will find home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. And if you'd like to learn more about my cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.